So finally, after being blue-balled by Megami a number of times, we get to see the Divine General Mahoraga, and the introduction alone was enough to get me hyped to see his first appearance in the series. The only downside that I'd say is that Megami uses it on a bum. But be honest, you would do the same thing if you got the entirety of your back sliced up like some fruit. While explaining his technique to this bum, we get a flashback of Gojo, our glorious king, and Megami talking about how the Gojo clan and the Zenin clan were on bad terms. And Gojo explains that the head of the Zenin clan and the head of the Gojo clan had a battle with the techniques that both Gojo and Megami currently possess, and the outcome of that fight was a draw. Anyway, after the entrance of Mahoraga, it cuts to Sukuna and Urame discussing preparations, and in the middle of this, Sukuna has to leave to deal with this problem. And then Megami says, "Good luck, brother," and then gets flicked off to the side as the bum is sat there worrying for his life. And then Sukuna shows up and saves the bum, which was a good decision at the end of the day, and figures out that Megami is in a suspended state of death. And Sukuna has plans with Megami, so he needed to make sure that Megami doesn't die here. And after healing Megami with RCT, Sukuna decides that it's the perfect time to run the ones with Mahoraga.
I beat the shit out one of these niggas, boy.
I mean, Sukuna's really always on demon time anyway, so I'm not even surprised. And when I tell you that the shit that was going on during the fight in the anime was not happening in the manga, I am 100% telling the truth. I just love the way the animators do the fights in JJK, to be honest. And by the way, this fight was not as one-sided as the last one. Anyway, after the initial blow from Mahoraga, Sukuna realizes that he would have been cooked if he was a cursed spirit. And after eating some stale-ass popcorn, disgusting! The hands really begin to get thrown. And you know that something's about to go down when an anime villain's face goes like this. Really just the fights where not shit is being said, and the monologue is at a minimum that really just make me want to act some type of way.
What do you mean by that?
And we see that Mahoraga could really morph and do whatever he wants to, because look at this dude's fucking size. And tell me why the hell this man was hitting a front stroke in the cement. By the way, why the hell is the king of curses also the king of gymnastics? But after a little bit more fighting, we see that Mahoraga is beginning to adapt to Sukuna's slices. I mean, Sukuna kind of makes it obvious after he figures it out. But since Sukuna used cleave and dismantle against Mahoraga, Sukuna's technique was getting adapted to. And I know this is a little bit off topic, but Sukuna really made sure to let everyone know that was watching that he was most definitely a Playboy Cardi fan. Like, how many times are you gonna hit this pose? Anyway, in order to beat Mahoraga, he'd need a much stronger attack. So you already knew that Sukuna was gonna whip out the malevolent kitchen. Sorry. I know it's just a translation error and it's fixed now, but don't lie, you were just as confused as I was when you saw it. And it's explained that Sukuna's domain cuts any and everything within a 200-meter radius since it's an open barrier domain. And an open domain is described as a painting with no canvas. But since Sukuna has a crush on Megami, I wonder why he has a crush on Megami, he decides to make his radius 140 meters. So that means that every single human within a 140-meter radius got sliced and diced like they were placed on a cutting board. But Mahoraga had already adapted to the slashes that Sukuna was throwing, so my mans was just tanking them shits. Kinda looks like me when I was a kid getting out of the pool. And this causes Sukuna to whip out the flames again and destroy Mahoraga along with Shibuya. And all of this happening just in the nick of time for Yuji to switch back with Sukuna.
That's fucked up.
But before doing that, thank God that Sukuna got rid of this fucking bum.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
But then Yuji sees everything that's happened while Sukuna took over, and this is only the beginning of the trauma for Yuji from the Shibuya incident. Anyway, that's all I got for this episode, so peace out.